I got to speak. I'll put it back on.
How you been doing?
Good. And bad, that side, no, I don't do this stuff.
Very good. Have you seen anybody?
Their voices.
¿Cómo están, niños? ¿Cómo están, niños? Buenos días, niños. Hola, buenas.
Tip it over. Wait, stop. Thank you.
Thanks again.
Well, you know, Pete Saggy had a lot of songs.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Should probably take some electrolytes. You're gonna go bite on it.
You good? Who are you with?
I'm with Rupley RTTV.
Yeah. Thank you. It was Occupy Monsanto, St. Louis on Ustream.
Oh, cool.
It's already linked to the world feed. I guess we better get back in there.
But we're not having that. We're working really hard. And guess what, Monsanto? You're losing. We are winning because in Vermont, they got GMOs labeled with no restrictions. In France, GMOs were banned. In Mexico, GMOs were banned. Just this week in Jackson County and Josephine County in Oregon, they banned GMOs. I definitely want you to take a look at the fishy sugar bean. It's a combination of fish and sugar bean, and it's after this weekend, it's heading to Oregon to support the labeling issue there, so that we can get GMOs labeled in Oregon. So the theme today is Monsanto is losing and we are winning. Coming up next is Daniel Romano with GMO-Free Midwest, and he's going to talk about the declining monarch populations, bee colony collapse, and the proliferation of GMO corn.
Hey everybody, I'm Digger. How y'all doing? All right. So I want to start off by asking, how many people out there either are living on a farm or have lived on a farm for any portion of their lives? Raise your hand. All right. Thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank you personally. All right? You're really important. We appreciate what you do. They don't, by the way. We'll get to that. Now, if you talk to farmers, you know that over the last 100 years, farming has changed dramatically. One is that if you go 100 years ago, most people lived on farms. Now it's down to 3% of the U.S. population. All right? Big change. Another thing is that, of course, big corporations like Monsanto, like ConAgra, like the other biotech companies, we know Cargill, they are now dominating the industry. 100 years ago, very different. Each farmer owned their farm and their means of production. So that's being taken from us. Monocropping, you know, there's farming, agriculture depends on monocropping, but now we've gone from 100 fields, 100 acres in a field to thousands, tens of thousands of acres in monocropping. Big change. But the other big change in the last 100 years has been the use of inputs. Chemicals, pesticides, herbicides. 100 years ago, all farming, nearly all farming, was organic and locally grown. It is of this I talk. Now, Monsanto promised with their wonderful, they call them wonderful GMO crops, it's going to lessen our dependence on these inputs. You know, what's the matter with you environmentalists? Why don't you support GMOs? It'll lessen herbicides and pesticides. 20 years down the road, we found it's a lie. Though they continue to say it, they're using much more pesticides and herbicides on their crops. And that's why I'm telling you, it's lies. These pesticides, including Roundup, which is not an inert, safe ingredient. Roundup is very harmful to humans, and very harmful to the farm, and very harmful to the environment. I'll leave it to you to find out specifically how it hurts humans. But what I'm telling you is that the Roundup and these pesticides are hurting our insect populations. Okay, bees and pollinators are disappearing at an incredibly alarming rate. I don't think I have to tell people here how much our food supply depends on bees and pollinators. I think I see a few bees out there. Talk to one of them. Yeah, they'll let you know. Neonicotinoids are being blamed for the bee and pollinator drop in population, in their populations. That's Dow and Syngenta. But Monsanto is right there because although there isn't conclusive evidence, it's the GMO crops that are also contributing to like colony collapse disorder. But right now they've got it to the neonicotinoids that are specifically killing the bees. But it's all about control and chemical agriculture. That's just it. Monsanto is pushing this more and more. The use of Roundup has increased, I've seen figures 30-fold in the last 10 years. And one species that many of us care about, the monarchs, has declined by 80%. Now, I interviewed Karen Oberhauser, who is at the University of Minnesota. She authored a study that's found out how the crops are affecting, the GMO crops are affecting monarch populations. And put simply, it's like this. Because of the Roundup Ready or herbicide-resistant crops, they spray so much Roundup on there that it is killing all the weeds. Oh, but not all of them, because super weeds are becoming abundant in farmers' fields. Roundup is becoming useless. This is a recent development. By the way, the pesticide-laden Bt plants, the bugs are developing resistance to this. But unfortunately, milkweed has not developed a resistance to Roundup. Milkweed is an essential food in the life cycle of a monarch. They lay their eggs near the milkweed. When the monarch larvae hatch out, they need milkweed. There's very few things they can eat, and milkweed is one of them. It used to be milkweed was abundant in the cornfields from, stretching from Canada all the way to Mexico, their migration route. Now it's all gone. And that is what Dr. Oberhauser says in a study that Monsanto cannot refute. It's because of their Roundup-ready corn that is contributing to the decline of the monarchs. I asked Dr. Oberhauser, why should we care about monarchs? She was a little mad at me. She said, I hate when people ask that question. But I said, I only ask it because that's what, they're going to ask. She said, we should not consider humans as the decider of which species should live and which species should die. That is what they're all about. Eradicate all other species. We don't care about butterflies. She also compared monarchs to the canary in the coal mine. Where they go, we may go. Chemical agriculture is causing all kinds of ailments in farm workers, people that eat the food, cancers, Parkinson's disease. Roundup is responsible for it. We have a path that diverges. Humanity, you can choose high-tech, industrialized, chemical-laden, corporate-controlled agriculture, or you can have locally controlled, organic agriculture. Which do we want? The UN Commission on Trade Development released a report recently. It says small-scale organic agriculture can feed the world. That's their lie. They tell us it can. It can. It always has. Don't believe their lies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel Romano. Coming up next is Aubrey Yarbrough. She's a farmer, and she's also made these amazing seed balls with clover seeds in them right here behind us, as well as seed packets that have milkweed seeds. So everybody, you're welcome to take one home.
Has there been a jailbreak? Are there some criminals out there? What's with these helicopters? Are they afraid of us? are. So, do I have any gardeners in the crowd? Raise your hand. Alright, how many of you save your own seeds? Alright, I am an organic grower and I am very concerned about GMO's threat to seed sovereignty. Now, by seed sovereignty, I'm talking about something that humans have been doing since we stopped hunting and gathering and just started saving seeds, planting them in the ground. I'm talking about having control of our own food system. Now, globally, seeds are being contaminated by GMOs. And this puts our health and our food security at risk. Now, just a couple notes on pollination really quick. I know we all know about bees here, but pollination is necessary for a plant to bear fruit. This is why the author of Barbara Kingsolver calls it plant sex. When a bee flies into a flower and it gets pollen on its feet and on its abdomen and then flies into another flower, pollination happens. Or a lot of crops like corn and rice and wheat are pollinated through the wind. The wind just blows their pollen onto a plant in the next row, or maybe even the next field, or maybe even the next farm over. Now, cross-pollination, that's what happens when two varieties of the same plant get mixed up. The pollen gets mixed up. And say you have a purple tomato and a green tomato, and the pollen gets mixed up, they go together, the seeds of that fruit will be something different. They'll be a hybrid. They'll have the genes of both the mother and the father. And you have no idea what you're going to get. You're going to get something new, something that might look like that. Now, corn can pollinate plants as many as 600 feet away really regularly in test studies. But it's possible for corn pollen to travel when the conditions are right for miles and still be viable. That's a little bit scary. So, genetically modified organisms are in the world. They're not natural, they were human-made in laboratories, but they still create pollen. And they're still in our pollination systems. GMO corn grows up, GMO tomatoes, GMO beets, GMO wheat. It goes on and on and on. But the bees are still getting this pollen on them, and they're cross-pollinating. The wind is still blowing it. And once these GMOs are in the world, there's no way to control them. You would have to control the bees. You would have to control the wind to stop GMOs from spreading. And you know what? If you grow your own seeds and save them, you would have to have a scientist's toolkit to know if your seeds have been contaminated. So why does this matter? Well, we all know that it's illegal to save seeds that have been contaminated by GMOs, even if you don't know that your seeds are contaminated. Monsanto has proved that to us. They've taken numerous organic farmers to court, and they continually win. So that's scary. That's making seed saving a little bit subversive. Ironic, given that that was sort of the birth of human civilization. The other concern is that the offspring of many of these GMO seeds are sterile. They won't produce fruit. So if the GMOs are contaminating and mixing and cross-pollinating with other plants, the seeds of those other plants might be sterile. This sounds a little bit like science fiction, but so does splicing pesticides into corn genes. So in this doomsday scenario, only scientists in labs will be producing heirloom seeds, and they will be doing this without bees, and they will be doing this for profit. And you know what? It's already happening. It's really only in boutique organic seed catalogs that you see open pollinated seeds for sale. This all threatens our food security. First of all, we don't know what these seeds are doing. We don't know what GMOs are doing. They're too new to know. We can't be positive that they're safe, and yet they're everywhere. And not only are they in our food, but they're cross-pollinating. They're taking on a life of their own. They're on the globe, and we can't get them back. Our food security is challenged when we don't know if our food is safe to eat. Secondly, our food security is threatened if we can't control our own seed source. If the corporations are in control of our seeds, they can charge us anything, but that's not the scariest part. See, crop loss, disease, pests, this is something that farmers deal with all the time and have since the beginning of time. But we always survive, and that's because of all the cross-pollination that happens. It results in genetic diversity. If there's a disease, like the late tomato blight that happened 5 years ago on the eastern seaboard, it wiped out almost all the tomatoes, hundreds of varieties. But there was a handful of heirlooms that didn't die. They were immune, they were resistant. If that had been the world's tomato supply, we would still have tomatoes because of that amazing genetic diversity. GMOs are not diverse. Furthermore, they're outside of the evolutionary cycle. Their seeds are sterile. If there is any kind of crop loss, we are counting on scientists to out-engineer a solution because the evolutionary system can't help. They can't survive on their own. That's a real threat to food security. It's the hubris of these scientists that leads us to think that we can do a better job than nature. And this hubris is putting all of our food security at risk. Seeds are not intellectual property. GMOs are unnatural and they need to be stopped.
GMOs are unnatural and they need to be stopped. Coming up next is Carrie Luna. She's with the Gallivanting Guerrilla Gardeners, doing a lot of great work here in St. Louis, starting gardens. Hello. I love you all, every one of you. So does your other mother where you're standing. But she will kick our ass. If that's what needs to happen, you won't out-engineer her. So, the Gallivanting Guerrilla Gardeners, we have bees in our bonnets today because we want Monsanto to end. I'm trying to burn it. So we work on community gardens, and this year, our third year, 13 total other yard gardens, which are also community gardens because every single yard will give away their food. No one will sell any food because food is free. So from a local feller who had been collecting, saving his heirloom burgundy okra seeds for a few years and taught me about half of what I know today about gardening, gave me a seed 3 years ago, gave me a handful, but one seed made this one plant of burgundy okra, and first people ate it, made gumbo out of it, looked at its beauty. Then we took one single fruit off of that plant for free and had about 65 other seeds, and that's an okra from Belgium. One of the stuff we got in the hundreds. All free. We don't have money. We're not sponsored. We're about as grassroots and organic as it gets. Ready? So, this crooked politician and his minions wanted to put a parking lot in an already oppressed area of North St. Louis, a beautiful area of beautiful people, I can't stress that enough, who have just simply had enough with parking lots and other such nonsense of development for the white supremacy. And so they came to one of the final General Assemblies of Occupy when it was just us few women left. And he says, oh yeah, you occupy oppression? I can show you some oppression. Come on over to the hood and help us keep this parking lot out. I said, well, do you have rights to that land? Well, it's our community. We have rights to that land. Where'd the commons go? Where do we have rights? It was what they call LRA, Land Reclamation Land Reutilization Authority. Whatever the F, I really don't care. They just decided to claim this land and then they didn't take care of it. There were 2 murders on that effing corner. Family friendly, right? So we went, we listened to the community. We didn't go in there. We're white people, we go. We're going to sell some stuff and sell it to you. No. We went and did what they asked. And we grew free food, not for them, with them. Food is free. It really is. Listen, I'm years old, and for 36 of those 40 years, I've been at least 10 grand below the poverty level, and for 8 of those, I raised
raised 3 babies by myself. Well, 2 for 4 years and 1 for the last almost 5. And I was just about ready to just give up. And that's when I learned that food is free. And I'll tell you, we absolutely survive because of heirloom seeds and the free food that it produces. And I love every one of you, but poor people have had labels for years, and I'm speaking to them when I say us. When I say we had FinFin labeled, who's going to label it? The FDA? Everybody's owned. We know it. The Supreme Court's owned. Our president appointed Monsanto too. The FDA, who is going to label? I just want to know that as a poor person, because I ain't going to no Whole Foods. And I want to feed my kids food that's not poisoned more than I already do, even in February when I can't grow stuff. High fructose corn syrup, thank you, Alice in Wonderland, has been labeled for decades. And I look and I try my darndest, but how do you buy ketchup? I can make it, but I need to have about 40 more times land. And yes, I'm white, but no, I don't have the money. What? So anyway, once a year we have a seed share. All those seeds came from organic growing. And that's, I mean, you just got to grow your own, save those seeds, share everything. Food's a right. Food is a right. We have to eat everything. Food's a born. We have to eat yeah. So I really, you know, I just, the community gardens are where it's at in my book. We can find them from there. I mean, it's small, but just think. Everybody had a little box, even on their patio in an apartment. You wouldn't have to buy a darn thing a big portion of the year. And then they can do it out in San Diego 24/7, 365. I think that's about it. I mean, just you know, I can't stress enough. It's not that hard. Put that thing in the ground. Put it in the ground. Mother Nature will take care. You might lose it 1 year, but guess what? Seeds are free. Share, repeat. Please, food is free.
So we have some really good flyers here that we're going to pass around. And next is Barbara Chicario of the Gateway Green Alliance. And she's going to talk about the culture of the revolving door between Monsanto and regulatory agencies.
I'm going to try to hold this and read my notes at the same time, so wish me well. Who here has heard of the revolving door? Yeah, so it's that interplay of personnel between corporations in places of power, and then they step down and then they go work for an agency that's supposed to regulate the corporation. So does that sound like a good idea? No, that does not sound like a good idea. All corporations do this. To me, it's obscene, it's immoral, it's unethical, but it's legal. So we're here at the gates of Monsanto. I want to tell a brief history of one of their employees, Michael Taylor. So hold on just a minute while I switch my car. So over the past decades, at least 7 high-ranking employees of the FDA have an employment history with Monsanto. Michael Taylor is probably the poster child. He goes back and forth between Monsanto and regulatory agencies. 1976, he worked for the
seems that
with
way.
resumes. And when I do, at the end, I want you to tell me, is that good? And if you don't think it's good, I want you to shout out, that ain't good. Let's practice on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I want everybody to shout out, that ain't good. 1, 2, 3. That ain't good. Okay. Our first one is Dennis Cassini, Democrat. He's the legal counsel for Monsanto, U.S. Senator, Arizona 77 to 95. Was that good? That ain't good. Hillary Clinton. She worked for the Rose Law Firm representing Monsanto, and then of course became Secretary of State under Obama. Was that good? That ain't good. Toby Moffett, former NBC anchor, Monsanto VP, U.S. House of Representatives from Connecticut. Was that good? That ain't good. Margaret Miller was a chemical lab supervisor at Monsanto and was also the deputy director of FDA under Bush. Was that good? That ain't good. Mickey Cantor. Who's heard of Mickey Cantor? He helped write NAFTA under Clinton. Mickey Cantor served on Monsanto's board of directors and was the U.S. Secretary of Commerce under Clinton. Was that good? No, that ain't good. And last but not least, my favorite, Clarence Thomas.
Boo!
Lawyer for Monsanto and now Supreme Court judge. And keep in mind, a lot of these food cases involving GMOs are going to go to the Supreme Court. So Monsanto's bought a huge amount of influence, and it needs to stop. The best way to stop the revolving door, the first step, is to educate people. Just like GMOs, people don't know. So educate yourself about the revolving door, and then educate everybody you know. They have a lot of influence in government. Monsanto has a lot of money. We have the passion. We have the passion for our health, our children's health, our family's health, our friends' health, the health of the environment. They're all paid to do what they do. We have the passion. Today the people will speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barb. Next, we have Shona Clarkson of the Interfaith Committee on Latin America.
And this thing's running the battery.
Speaking about
that
the
makes it hot.
TPP, we just handed out a bunch of flyers around, and we have some more right here. Thanks.
Okay. I have my assistant John here because I procrastinated and didn't print out my notes. Oops. So again, my name is Shona Clarkson. I'm here with the St. Louis Interfaith Committee on Latin America, and I've been invited to speak about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, or the TPP, is the largest is a multilateral free trade agreement currently under negotiation between the United States and 11 other nations. It is the most significant trade agreement in the last decade, encompassing approximately 40% of the global economy. Disturbingly, the TPP, again, I will repeat, the largest free trade agreement ever, has been authored largely in secret, but with influence from over 600 corporate advisors, including Monsanto. Although there does not appear to be a specific chapter about agriculture in the TPP, free trade agreements similar to the TPP have a legacy of displacing small farmers, infringing on environmental protections, and destroying local resources.
If anybody needs any signs, we have extras. We can have.
You started. Which section you're in?
Whoops, you dropped something.
Look how little traffic backup that really made. You guys got the same idea I got. Yeah. I did not expect that one. I got to give you props. Genetically modified food causes cancer. we got a cop illegally stopped in the street over here. Hello, Iowa. Careful, you're occupying the median.
I'm getting ready to cross the street.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder how long you have to stand. Like if I was crossing the street and I stopped at the median and then I continued going, how long would I have to stand there before that becomes illegal?
I don't know. There's not even necessarily a crosswalk here.
Yeah,
Would they try to say jaywalking?
No, because it's got to be a foot. There's no crosswalk to use.
Right. And then no matter what, that was probably illegal what that guy did. But no matter what, there's always traffic going on the eastbound side here. Even when they're pulling out of here turning left or when they're turning left into there. just yell honk?
What?
I think he just yelled honk. Honk.
That's not just saying.
Live on Ustream worldwide. Well, it depends. There's been a bunch of different events. Is what makes it weird. I was only here last year for the March, May 24th. Yeah.
I feel like we should all be at grocery stores and out here. They can't even hear us.
Right.
But for solidarity, I'm here. But if we don't wake up the consumers and get them to stop buying the crap, they're going to keep making it.
That's right.
Money off of it. That's how you hurt them, is hurting their pockets.
Hate to
So we
say
hurt
it,
their
but
pockets.
it's the old Indian adage come true, man. It's only when every fish is dead, all the plants won't grow, that white people will learn. You can't eat money.
Right. I mean, we need to be planting food, growing our own food, building community.
I do my heirloom
of
seeds every year.
I had 4 come up. I was so happy to see them. I was worried.
My tomatoes, my peppers, everything came in this year. I was super happy.
Stop selling it.
Look at all these poisons that are already in our food that are on the label. We can read this on the label already. So what is GMO but another
Well, half
name?
of those chemicals right there I can make explosives with.
Yeah, and these 3 were made by Monsanto.
Oh, yeah, I know that. It's not even counted. Actually,
No, but Angie had the bag of Janelle has the bag.
Yeah, Janelle was holding on there.
And then these, don't forget these, the colors, petroleum colors, because everything has to be a certain color for consuming, you know? Like these
well, how am I supposed to know what's cherry if it's not red?
Look, no one even knows these 2. These are what they spray the oranges, because oranges have to be perfectly orange.
Oh no, yeah, I worked in a grocery store for 6 years. They have to be colored and waxed before they're out on the floor, so they can be shined, so they look better underneath the special lights that they actually install. They use argon lights because it makes it look shinier.
Have you seen the strawberries? They're not even red this year.
No.
They're light violet.
These are essential oils. Healing without
Hi there. I'm already on it. I have a community herb garden that I'm trying to get people on. Right.
I've been practicing since 14.
All these herbs grown, I need to learn how to make my own.
Now they're trying to save the dandelions. They're trying to kill it. Now they're wanting to save it because of the weeds.
Don't worry about it. Dandelions are found on every continent, in every zone, and will be for the rest of civilization. Not even civilization. The rest of the time this earth is spinning, dandelions will be here.
Oh, I'm getting myself tangled up.
Get yourself, you need help?
Yes, exactly. This is it. You're looking at it.
Okay. Later, look for marching.
Well, just stand around.
Wait, open that.
I love the
We're
security on the
occupied.
bikes.
I wish my job came with a Harley.
Maximum visibility.
Please, yes, maximum visibility.
So only bad foods are subsidized. So what I'm saying is that when foods are so expensive that everyday people can't buy them. So when people get hungry, remember the Hunger Games? You may laugh and say, oh, what a cute movie, or what an interesting movie, but hunger will drive people to the streets eventually. Don't you think behind everything is hunger? When it comes down, people fight over scraps of meat
You remember Katrina?
Like friggin'
3 meals.
hungry wolves.
People miss 3 meals and they will go to animal pack mentality just like it has in
Go
every
into your
disaster.
amygdala instead of your neocortex of your brain. No, really.
It's an animal instinct that you go, you need
survival.
food.
When it gets to their survival, and you're in that, and they don't have food stamps, or even if they do, you don't get many, and they're trying to get rid of them. It's just, are you targeting me?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm an anarchist housewife of Beverly Hills. I'm starting a new reality. Yeah, but I mean, I just believe in that what we're doing is killing kids, and that's really what we're doing.
Well, not only that, what they do is they kill the soil so nothing else can grow unless you dump their chemicals on it.
Why do we have so much autism now? My grandson has Asperger's.
ADHD, everything freaking out. You go back to 340s when we started canning food, you don't have near the freaking level of disease we do as soon as they start pumping preservatives into everything.
I got pancreatitis at 18 years old. I had pancreatitis at 18 years old. They said I could have been a severe alcoholic to have had that happen. So,
but you didn't drink at all?
No.
Okay, here. We have a little women's group. Aaron, here's someone for, listen, we have a little women's group. We try to stand up for women because we feel that women are the nurturers. We like men too, but no, I'm going to get you. You don't mind. Is get your, we have a women's group. She's going to Aaron.
Watch out behind you. Your sign's upside down. Upside down.
Oh.
It's written in Pig Latin.
I'm not quite sure the people that run this company could read it anyway.
I don't know if they make because of clouds or because
What time is it?
26.
No GMOs! No GMOs! No GMOs! No GMOs! No GMOs! No GMOs! No GMOs!
No, they didn't. They got them from north. Truth be told.
We're ready. We're towing the honk, damn it. We got a few late honks. A late honk is better than no honk. This is, I'm freeloading on this.
Yeah. I have to set this down for a bit.
You need me to carry it in the bag? Is that a yes? Anything else? You want to hit us some of the tea?
Monsanto employee planting himself in the march said that they have two choices, Monsanto or starve to death.
You better have one hell of a streak you're coming up.
I'm going to have 6.
It's 3 honks or bust with him.
Yo, Mark, let me see your live stream. Live on live stream?
Yep.
What's your URL?
Can't see it too well.
What's your URL?
Oh, it's Occupy Monsanto STL on Ustream.
No GMOs! 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 No GMOs!
Hell no GMO. Yeah? Hell no GMO.
I'm with you. Okay,
Yeah?
do it with me. Hell no GMO!
Hell no GMO! Hell no GMO! Hell no GMO!
Really hard to get the chat box open on this for some reason.
What now? The chat box is in?
Yeah, there's a chat. People can comment.
Ah.
Somebody said they want to give the old guy a hug.
Oh, I didn't know she was from Orlando. Which one? There's several. She has Bumblebee.
You know, the end here that we're on now. So yeah.
No,
You would
awesome.
sign that
Absolutely.
and then do me one favor, go to the national website, just to
Did it come up?
I'm not. I was sending it
Oh.
on to somebody.
Okay. All right, up and over. Gross.
Monsanto wants us to pick up their mess.
Too bad I don't have a horn.
So it's actually pretty corporate. That one does not.
Still don't know who that is, but you know my name.
Yep.
Probably somebody from Facebook. Because I am all over that shit.
Yep.
Hey man, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Well, that's channel 11 at least.
Channel 11, wow, one of the big ones. One of the major ones out here.
Well, I have to say, channel 11.
That's how you Edwardsville watch.
The only one smaller than us, channel 30.
But they signed on, they're Fox 2 now too. Anything that they film goes on Fox 2.
I'm surprised Larry Rice isn't out here.
I can honestly say at least Fox 2 does get a lot of
it's just another
They will throw it out there whether or not they agree with it or not. Well, this happened here. If you want to find out about it, look it up.
Yep, at least they'll do that. They can do a lot of things that nobody else would know existed.
They just wanted the name.
I want to know how often the city though is sending out SWAT teams because it's happening a lot more than we know.
Found out what they were doing, probably.
For any time they think they might have a problem. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I have friends that they're being spotted. And no reason. They need to give it to us.
She still has the back issues, though.
Hey, here comes our friend.
Everybody wave!
That little horn was so cute.
He's great.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get some anarchist dance party going on down here in this median in a little bit.
Sweet. Channel 11's over there right now.
Cool, cool. Good.
If I see them heading back to their truck, I'll stop them.
Hey, all I had to do was look over and say it was starting. They dropped everything and ran.
Well, that was Donnybrook or whatever.
Oh.
Other than that, the Channel 9 guys, Donnybrook. They've been talking about this a couple weeks on there. Yeah, Cop Block is here.
Watch out, one sec, scoot this way. I want to see what they're pulling out of the back of the tank. Melina. Well, right now they're pulling water out, but I'm trying to get a better look at the riot gear in here. What do you think I got?
I've seen those PMVs or whatever.
Tactical operations
Yeah.
vehicle with a little lifty thing on the top.
There's a reason I have my body armor in my bag.
That's what I said. We all
Okay. I figured I'd had
Thanks.
That's
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Something to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to hear it over this next dance, though. See those? Look, Biscuit, look at these.
Yeah.
They're doing it now. You know, as the law stands today, they're actually illegally occupying that median, trying to see if their cops will enforce the law. Could get exciting. They are occupying that island to see if they will arrest them for this new 3-day-old law that will probably be repealed as soon as everybody's arrested. Oh, they're getting feisty on their radios. All right, everybody, this is when it will get exciting.
Monsanto's got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho, ho! Monsanto's got to go! Ho, ho! Monsanto's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Monsanto's got to go!
Four cops in a car following them. That's a real useful use of sources there. It's a nice night ride though.
These GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Ho, ho!
I said hello.
Is this a cop on a bike? Some of those. Some of those thick ones. Yes, yes, yes. I meant to say that the car
Hey, I made that sign.
Did you?
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
I found it on the ground.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
Put it to good use.
Okay, okay. I'm doing my best. I'm flipping it around.
I would drive back and forth with my horns broken.
That's what I said.
There are a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Several hundred. Letter carrier. had a camera out his window going by. Uh-oh.
Get your cable.
Back cord again. Sorry, folks. Technical delay while I plug in my battery again.
Organize Monsanto! It's got to stop! We gotta hella organize Monsanto!
Carrying gas tanks.
Are they?
Those black pouches on their side of the gas tanks packed.
Guess they're afraid we're going to gas them.
Could be. Just saying, more and more of them are showing up out here with them.
Yeah.
I know you know Paul, but look at that thing. I got to get a picture of that, Aaron. Okay, sure.
was pointed out earlier that every single cop here has a small black bag on their hip that contains, likely, a gas mask. I guess these guys aren't lucky.
Not yet, but more and more keep coming on shift and coming back with them.
GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
That side you can do the street.
GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go!
I always like those butterfly wing things. Silly.
Yes.
So that's the place to be.
You know where it's at?
Nice tow truck.
Yeah.
Look, they got sent the nicest tow truck in the city. There are a lot of people though.
I've got a couple.
That one? That one?
Yeah, I think I talked to you on Facebook about a
No
ride
doubt.
thing. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, that was me.
What's your name?
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah. See, where's the cop car with 4 cops in it? There's only 1 cop this time.
Yeah, that will work. A really quick trip.
Looks like we had a parade of supporters there, followed by the cop wasting government resources, following people around for no reason. They're the only two I've seen without the gas mask pouch. All the other guys, as my buddy showed up, shown up. They've all got these gas mask pouches.
I was military. There's a reason you carry those.
Yep. Wait, I guess when these two go off duty and they don't see them come back.
What's happening is they've gone back and people have come out to replace them. All of them have the black sacks on their side. So I mean, I filmed some police tell the guy that they can't park. You know, that car with
Right.
thing on the top. It's about the only good police vehicle.
Not like that one from January.
Yeah.
Even Anonymous had that little clip.
Yeah.
The hook on the car. That was pretty cool.
That was cool. I've seen that. What's your YouTube channel?
Oh, it's Ustream.
Okay.
It's Occupy Monsanto STL.
Okay. I'm sure I'm going to see it.
Yeah. I'm the one that's always putting hashtag shame on GOP on all your posts online.
Okay.
I've got the crow from MST3K. I've got Crow T Robot with the 3 eyes. In one episode, he was like supposed to be radioactive. Particularly obscure reference to a particularly obscure show. Oh, nope, they didn't stay. Well, this phone's really starting to get hot.
Yeah. Wonder how many of the other Occupy Monsanto things have already broke into riots.
Yeah, that's a good question. Anybody out there that's watching this that can message me, if you've had any status updates from the other marches and Occupy protests that have gone crazy, let us know. Yeah, this is it. You're looking at it.
For how long is it going to
Well, until it isn't. Or until the phone cuts off.
That's what I figured, actually. You can't transmit anymore.
Well, the battery's less than half.
I know it's yours. Okay, yeah.
Crossing us? That's right. Let me get these back to KC.
Okay.
Well, that, this one angle is getting boring. I thought they were going to bust some heads today. Yeah.
There's not a bunch of occupiers around, obviously.
Fuck your label! Get your poisons off our table! Fuck your tip! Fuck your label! Get your poisons off our table! Fuck your tip! Fuck your label! Get your poisons off our table!
It's shark cornfish.
Shark and fish.
Shark cornfish.
Dream style.
Yeah.
Ew.
I know, right? Dirty. I am a little.
I got it.
The new photo bomb.
Take a picture of everybody else.
Now that is a tiny camera.
It is.
Holy cow. You could accidentally swallow that thing. Say hi. Say hi. The whole world says hi to you. Am I technically on the street jaywalking?